Now in session 10, we are going to see how we are going to manage the boot process. So every operating system has their own boot process. In boot process is nothing but your system collects the important information or components from the user or the operating system or your system to get started with the healthy operating system. Now the information which the users can provide for boot process, that is nothing but how your devices should be started, which are the devices should be started at you're starting your operating system, what the services should be started while starting your operating system, and how the operating system should look after it starts. So we had different levels in Red Hat 6, like how the initialization level should be or how the operating system should get started in different levels. So we had different 7 run level where generally we used to start the operating system. So init 0 and init 6 was only for temporary mode, where generally we want to shut down the system. That time we can give init 0, and init 6 for rebooting the system. So init 0 and init 6 generally was only used to shut down and reboot, where generally we never used to keep init 0 and init 6 as your permanent mode or default mode. Otherwise, when you start your operating system, if you keep it init 0, it will get shut down. If you keep init 6, it will reboot multiple times, but the operating system won't get started. So generally we used to keep from init 1 to init 5. So init 1 was single user mode, where the single user can get login, that is through one terminal, that too in your textual mode terminal. So that was init 1. So by default, root used to get login in init 1. Now init 2, we had multi-user mode without networking, complete networking support. That is your NFS. You cannot share anything from in a network. If you have init 2, the user can get login, multiple user can get login without networking. Init 3, multiple user mode with networking. Here also there was no graphic. Multiple user can get login with multiple terminals with networking. Now init 4 was unused. If you keep init 4, it will directly move to init 3. Now init 5 X mode, that is called as a graphical mode. Here you will get multi-user with graphics with networking. And init 6 for reboot. Now here your Red Hat 6 init levels is completely changed into target. And the target can be set by using your systemctl service. So we don't have init level anymore. We have targets in Red Hat 7. So here the target, we can see there are only 4 targets. Run levels, we had 7 run levels. So in target, systemctl rescue is a single user mode, which we had in our run level 0 or run level 1, that is single user mode, where the one user can get login and in a single terminal. Next we have in systemctl emergency mode, single user mode with a single user mode, but automatically root will get login, or you need to get login with root. Systemctl isolate multi-user target, that is nothing but run level 3, where multiple user can get login without NFS. So you will not be having any particular facility to share the data into the network. Systemctl isolate graphic.target, which is our graphical mode which we have, which is multi-user with graphics and NFS. Now we can even see this particular target by using get default command. But here, if systemctl rescue, if you directly define, it will switch to the rescue mode, but only for temporary purpose, means one time. Once it is rebooted, automatically the system will get started to the default systemctl or default target. Now here, these are the multiple systemctl mode where we can directly give the systemctl command along with the target, and the system will get started into this particular mode, but only once. Now if I want to set this default target any particular mode, so we have the command systemctl set -default and the target name. So which target you want to keep as a default, you can define that target name over here. If I want to check what's the default, so we can even get the default. We need to check the parameter. Here we have systemctl space get default, get -default, so that we can check the default target, and systemctl set -default for setting a target. So we need to define the target name along with it, so that we should know which target should be kept as a default target. So here we have 2 different commands to set and default target or see the default target. So targets, we are going to see how we can set the target in our user mode or in our virtual machine. We will just see. And one more thing, this particular targets can only be changed using your root, not by the other standard users. So we'll start our virtual machine and we'll see how we are going to set the target. So we are going to start with our operating system, and I'm going to get logged in with my root. Now you can see they are switching to root, and just we will first see what is the default target mode. But before that, even we can check what is the init level, how you used to set the init level. So we used to set the init level in etc/init tab. So this was the in Red Hat 6 we used to use to change the run levels or init levels. So we'll just start this particular file and we'll check. Now here you can see it is showing you that systemcd uses target instead of run level now, and now just replaced with it is handled with systemctl or systemd process. Now here systemctl by default you can set by using this particular commands, where this adding any effect to this particular file will have no effect now, right? So adding configuration here will have no effect on the system. So here we can set this levels by using multi-user mode or target mode, which is the important mode. Generally we have in target we have multi-user.target or graphical.target, that is init3 and init5. And to set the default target we need to run these two files. Either we can go for your library target, or we can say sample file which we have in our library, that is this library systemd system target name dot target, or we can open your etc systemd system default dot target. So we will be using systemd system default dot target here. So we will just look at the file completely, your systemd system default dot target. Now very first we are going to use target file now. So for that I'll just start my systemctl service. For this first I'll cancel this. I'll move out of this file now. I'll save the file and I'll move out. Now I'll just go to C, which is the default target right now. So systemctl, I'll just check by giving command get hyphen default or get hyphen default. Sorry, I have just defined set height for target. So just we will cancel this and we'll see get hyphen default.